So now our scenario was that we had to calculate Irene's section in the in her part. I mean, our company, right? We have to also calculate the taxes that we have to charge for having Irene as an employee. So again, the gross pay is going to be whatever we calculated up here, which is the 544, excuse me. So again, OSDI, we already calculated from above, right here. We've already also calculated the Medicare. Now we got to do FUTA, SUTA, workers' comp, and all of that. So equal what was it? 3264?
Yes.
All right, then we had 1632. And then we had, how much was workers' comp?
740.
Sorry, say that again. Too many people talked at once. 740. Good, that's correct. And then we're gonna add all of these together to get a grand total of 97.98. All right. So now we're going to go to our journal. Okay. So good. Everything is still intact here. So all we have to do is now update Irene's, the taxes that we had to pay for Irene for employing her. So here we recognize that we had a payroll tax expense. Okay. And that was for $68.30. So now we need to calculate all the liabilities that are included that we have to pay for Irene to be an employee. So again, we're going to look at our liabilities because we haven't paid those expenses yet, or I'm sorry, we haven't paid those liabilities off yet. So therefore, we owe the government money. So here, what do I see that I need to contribute as far as my journal is for under payroll liabilities? Good, but we also have to include FICA. FICA, FUTA, SUTA, and workers' comp. Good. Okay, and then we're all going to have to put them as company payable. So here, let's go ahead and complete it. So company FICA, right? Payable. What does FICA include?
Withholding and HI.
Yes, it includes Social Security and Medicare. So that means this is going to be a calculation. We need to add those two numbers together. All right. And what account number is that going to be? 21416? 240. 24060. 60. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay. Then we have to deal with company FUTA. $24070. All right. And then we also have to include company Suda. 24080. And then lastly, we also calculated workers' comp. Is workers 24090. Okay. So from this, all right, how much, let's start from the bottom. How much workers' comp did we pay forth? Say that again. $7 and yes, exactly. So $7.40. How much was Suda?
1632.
1632. Oh, yeah, 1632. 1632. How much was company Fuda? 3264. And then this is where we have to do a calculation here. What is company FICA? So again, Tennyson has said that it includes Social Security and Medicare.
4162.
4162. So it's 3373 plus our $7.89 to give us a total of $41.62, giving me a grand total of payroll expense to be
544.
not 544. That's our gross pay.
Got you.
9798 should be correct. Good. All right, so we're only calculating how much tax we have to pay for having Irene, not including her
Branches.
paycheck. Okay.
I'm on the same page now. Gotcha.
Okay. So with that being said, what is my note that I'm going to place here? Right. Irene's payroll taxes. Good. So two things we didn't do yet is we didn't even go to the ledger. So now that we completed our employee and our employer taxes, now let's go ahead and record this to our ledger. All right. Okay, so where are we going to go first?
Salaries and wages expense.
Which is an expense. Salaries and wages expense. That's up here. Payroll expense. Salaries and wages expense. Okay. Mm-hmm. $544. No, that's right. Those are separated. they're separated. So we're dealing with just salaries and wages payable, which we debited for $544. So therefore, my beginning balance here is going to reflect as 544. Okay. So what comes next? What's next?
Input all those FICW or ESB, those credit information under Irene.
So here we have employee FITW. All right, so 628. Irene.
All these 16 credit, user 18, credit 4016.
Right? And then I have my OASDI.
Irene 3373.
And then I have my employee.
718. Credit, user 18.
For $7.89, you said, Lynette?
Yes.
Good. And then we need to go to our checking. So here I need you guys' help because I lost pretty much everything. So I'm just going to go down here and place my 628. I will revise it and fix the answers later. But so I have Irene's paycheck.
544. I'm not so sure. Do you have to put the entire amount prior to that or after deductions already?
How much did we write the check out for?
Take a look at that.
The check was for four, I think 460.
462.22.
That's where I got confused with.
So what was it? 64
462.
22.
22. All right. So obviously this number is going to look different. So what was my beginning amount that I had before? Or what's my new total going to be?
8462.62.
8462. Wait, what was that? 8.
Why 8? 1078.
No, Lynette, I don't
Oh,
have
okay,
the
I'm
rest
sorry.
of my stuff. I'm relying on you guys to tell me what the answer is.
I'm sorry. I'm relying on the figure there. I'm sorry.
It's 8462. 62.
Oh, okay. So it is 6262. Okay, good. I thought I heard the cents, but not that part. Okay, good. So it should be 846262. All right. Now we need to journalize our payroll expense. So now we're going to go back to expenses. So I have payroll tax expense. All right. for how much? How much was the payroll tax expense?
97.
97.98. Okay. Bring in my beginning balance to be 97.98. Right. Now we got to do all of our company FICA, FUTA, SUTA, and workers' comp. So I'm going to go to my liabilities. All right. So company FICA. How much was company FICA for?
4162.
4162. 4162. Right. How much was my company FUTA for?
3264.
3264, making my balance to be 3264. And then what is my company SUTA?
1632.
1632, bringing my balance to be 1632. And then lastly, what's my workers' compensation? Oh, actually, comp payable.
$7.40.
$7.40. Okay, so Irene. $7.40. Good. Bringing my grand total to be $7.40. All right. Good. Now we reach the end of this page, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next part of the scenario, which is to calculate the commissions. All right, for Albert. Okay, let me pull up the scenario real quick. Coffee Cafe scenario week 4. Okay, so we have left to do is Albert's commission, and then we have another owner's withdrawal for $1,500. So here, Albert, right? Where can we find the total sales that he made? Commission. So let's go ahead and verify that this information is correct. So go to your subsidiary ledger. Go to your commissions. All right, hopefully I have everything here, 27. All right, good. So here I highlighted in blue because that was the day that he submitted his commissions. So we have a total of 140.18. Okay. And here you go, 140.18. So how are we going to write this check out? How are we going to write this check out?
Do we have to go pull from accounts payable?
Commission expense?
Okay, so okay, hold on. I'll answer Dina's question first. Do we owe? Who is Albert?
We have to write a check. So I'm thinking we owe Irene money.
We already paid for Irene.
Okay, so we already did that. Okay, are we talking about
Albert.
Albert?
Okay?
We do owe him.
We do
Commission.
owe him, but we had to find out what his commissions was. And Tennyson, you are correct. We have to incur a commissions expense.
Okay.
Okay, so good. Commissions expense. All right. And what account number is that?
It's 6820.
6820. Okay. Now, how are we going to pay for this expense?
By a check.
We're going to write a check. So checking is going to be there. And we're making it to Albert Allen. I believe that's his name. Check number. And what check number is this going to be? 1528. Yes. So we go to our check register. 1528 is going to be our number. We wrote it out for 14018. And we're writing it out to Albert Allen. I believe that's his last name. Albert. Albert Allen. Okay. So now we got to go back to our journal. And we're going to write that this was for check number 1528. Okay. So now we need to update our ledger. Okay. So where are we going to go first?
Commission expense.
Yes. We're going to go find commissions expense, which is right here, commissions expense for 628. We're going to write Albert. Okay. General journal 19, since we moved on to the new journal. Okay. And how much am I going to be debiting for the commissions expense? 140.18. All right, bring in my beginning balance to be also 140.18. Right. Lastly, we're going to update our checking. So again, this is for Albert. And then you can also write Albert's commission. Check number 1528. Oh, 28. All right. General journal number 19. And how much was the check written out for? 140.18. Lowering my account to be now $8,322.44. Okay. We do not need to go to the subsidiary ledger because even though Albert is considered an independent contractor, we have a separate form for him, which is just strictly commissions. So we can go ahead and not update the subsidiary ledger. Right?
Question.
Yes.
So when it comes to calculation like that, the mere fact that he is on commission, there's not much calculations compared to Irene's side.
Okay, so what's the difference between Irene and Albert.
He's commission based and she's hourly based.
Good. And commission based usually is what?
1099.
10.
They're not.
Exactly.
Is that right? 1099?
Correct. 1099 workers, meaning they're independent contractors, so we do not pay for anything for him. And he gets to take 100% of all of his money. Okay, so that's why we don't tax him for anything. But because we've fully employed Irene, right, we don't have any other benefits except for the ones that are mandated by the federal government. All right? So, as far as that, that's the difference between Irene and Albert. Irene is a full employee, so we are fully responsible to pay for every single liability that is for Irene. Albert is independent contractor, right? He's just considered an expense to us. All right? Good. So now that we've done that, last thing that we have to do is we have to also compute another owner's withdrawal because, hey, it's been 2 weeks. I need to pay myself. So I just decide to withdraw $1,500 from the bank. Okay. So how am I going to journalize this? How am I going to journalize this?
Owner's withdrawal.
Yes. We withdrawed from the company. Owners withdraw. Okay. And what account number is this?
It's
3,200? 32,000?
32,000.
Okay. And then lastly, where are we taking it out from?
checking.
We're taking it out of our checking. Now it says the owner withdraw from the bank. All right. So does that mean we need to write ourselves a check?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. It is good business practice to actually physically write yourself a check because it's coming from your company bank and you're depositing to your personal bank. But in this case, since you are the owner, you have every right to withdraw from the bank at any given time with no questions asked because you and the business are one. So in this case, it's not necessary to write a check. We're just going to go to the bank and just withdraw the money from there. How much money did I withdraw? 1,500. Okay. So again, I'm going to go ahead and owner withdrew from or withdraw from bank. Okay. Go ahead and update your ledger. So where would I find owner's withdrawal?
Equity.
Equity. Good. So here on the 28th, same thing. I withdrew from the bank. All right, general journal. 19. And I withdrew 1,500, bringing my grand total of withdrawals to be $3,000. And then lastly, we're going to go to our checking accounts because we withdrew from our bank. So therefore, we decreased my checking account. No check number was necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and write owner withdrew from bank. There you go. General Journal 19 for 1,500, bringing my new grand total to be, oh my gosh, where am I? Okay, I hit the wrong one. My bad. Let me clear that out. That's the wrong line. I'm supposed to be down here. There you go. 628. Owner withdrew from okay. General Journal 19, and I withdrew 1,500, bringing my new grand total to be, what's my new grand total? 6822.44 is my total ending balance in my checking account. Okay, and that is it for the scenario. So the next step is to create the trial balance. So for homework tonight, I want you guys to create the trial balance on your own. So I have provided the blank trial balance worksheet on the website, and I've also, for those who are using Excel, you have it in your financial forms under trial balance 4. The date should be there. So what I want you to do is I want you to compute your total debits and credits. So utilizing your general ledger, I will post the general ledger on the Google Classroom as soon as I resolve all the missing information I have here. Okay, and with that being said, if you guys don't have any other questions, you guys wait. I have an announcement. So tomorrow, since we finally came to the end of week 4, I've posted week 5 plus the closing entries in the Google Classroom today, this morning. With that being said, tomorrow, since tomorrow's Thursday, we're going to go over Chapter 13, which is the closing process, okay? And this is what I normally do. We do the closing process, right? I'm going to give you pretty much an overview of what is up to come. And then we're going to complete the rest of week 5 and probably get started with the closing process on Monday. Now, with that being said, therefore, this weekend, you have your last quiz number 5 for chapter 5 and quiz number 5 for chapters 12 and chapter 13, okay? And Monday we'll go over the answers, okay? So be aware, it's also your very, very last general journal entry. And Thursday, I'm also going to introduce you to your business plan. So get excited for that. We only have 2 more weeks left of this rest of the class period. So without further ado, tomorrow will be a lot of things that you'll be looking forward to and a lot of announcements. But other than that, if you don't have any other questions, you guys are free to go.
Lynn, are we having a class on a Sunday, the coming Sunday? No.
For like I said, I'm just gonna have you guys check in, and you guys utilize it because I'll explain on Thursday, which is tomorrow, what my criteria is, and then you guys can do. I would like for you guys to take the weekend to do your quiz, your journal, and also do your business plan all at once. So then you guys can utilize that extra time. And I will count Sunday for you. Whether you want to do everything on Sunday, you could. I'd rather have you guys do it Sunday than do Friday. Friday's Nevada Day, so since it's a holiday for us, I'm not going to make you guys do any extra work for you guys either on Friday. So have Friday to yourself. Okay? That's your time to study, whatever it is. But Sunday is going to be the time where you're going to do your research. And I'll talk about more detail on Thursday, what that research is. Okay? Thank you for reminding me.
Okay, thanks, Lynn. Bye. Bye, everyone.